How's it going, everybody? It is your boy, Luna the Programmer here, and we've got quite a bit of info to go over. Yes, I am late. 18 hours late, in fact, but in my defense, I cannot stay up waiting until 4 in the morning, or whatever time this actually dropped, for Dokkan to finally release the celebration that I'm going to be skipping. Anyways, there are a lot of units in this Dragon Ball Hero celebration, more than I even planned to cover in this video. So I think what I'm actually going to do is probably going to split it up into two, because we have actual units, and then we have Awakenings and Easy A's. So I'm probably going to take the Awakenings and Easy A's and stick them in another video, and take a look at the, well, I don't know. We'll probably take a look at just the Easy A's now that I think about it in the other video. But anyways, that's enough deliberation. So first things first, we're on the global Twitter, and as I was going to start recording this, we actually got information on even more units than is listed here on the global page. So I don't want to say that'll be a third video. Actually, no, I'll throw it into this video, no matter how long it gets. Translations for several of the units are on my Discord that I'm in. So, first things first, we've got a Super Saiyan Vegeta Xeno. Now, I believe, if I remember correctly, this guy would awaken from and likewise his Goku counterpart would awaken from their base form counterparts, because if you remember, we have a Super Saiyan 3 variant for these two, as well as base form variants that are apparently getting awakenings, because they are a 120 lead. So the first thing that I want to point out before we even look into the actual details is, first of all, Vegeta Drip. Second of all, he greatly stacks attack and defense infinitely. Tech Gohan moment? Well, I guess we're about to find out. Okay. I haven't looked at any of these units, really. So, Vegeta family 130, so, you know, he's that. You can take a look at links as well here. So, he's got Super Saiyan, you know, the typical Vegeta, or Super Saiyan Vegeta links. With the one exception being Patrol. Everything else is pretty typical for a Vegeta unit. You know, your Super Saiyan, your Royal Lineage, your Prodigies, you're prepared for battle, shattering the limit, right, of course, and experienced fighters. The only outlier here would be Patrol. That's probably, I would say, again, look at his categories now: Vegeta family, Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers, Worthy Rivals, Heroes, Crossover, Defenders. Oh yeah, Defenders of Justice. Yeah, that makes sense. Gifted Warriors, of course, because he has Prodigies, and Super Saiyans. I would say Patrol is the only dead link, and it would only be a quote-unquote dead link if you're running him on, you know, the more Saiyan-oriented teams. You know, like Dragon Ball Heroes and Defenders of Justice, you could probably get Patrol off, but maybe Time Travelers as well, because Time Travelers and Dragon Ball Heroes share a lot of overlap, but, yeah. Anywhere else, that'll probably be a dead link, but it's just one quote-unquote dead link. The rest of them seem pretty good. So, enough of that. Passive skill, reliable support. 120% attack and defense at turn start. Reminder, he is greatly stacking infinitely, not just for a turn. He's greatly stacking for ever, you know. So 120 at turn start, plus an additional 100% when there's another Veggie family category ally on the team, and then he supports Veggie family with 2 key and 40%. Okay, so yes. Now, while this does not restrict him necessarily to a single team, God Trunks, this does make it so that you're probably going to want to run him, and he'll probably look his best on at least a mostly Vegeta family team, because again, he does get the additional if there is at least one other on the team. They do not have to be in the same rotation. It does not have to be an entire full team. So yeah, I think the Vegeta and Trunks fusion is on here, and they should be on Vegeta's family, so that could be a rotation right there. So, pretty good stuff. Yes, we've seen the super attack effect already. Those are the base stats, of course. Intelligence unit. Speaking of father-son fusion, Super Saiyan Vagex. Again, dripping out. Leader skill is whatever. Raises defense infinitely, as if we needed more defense stackers. But, if I remember correctly, they perform a lot of attacks. if this is the correct unit. So 120% plus an additional 100 when performing a super, then chance of performing a critical hit with each super attack performed plus 10%, which caps at 50. And then they launch an addition. Oh, they launch an additional super if the enemy has its attack lowered, defense lowered, stunned, or if they're sealed. So basically, if they're inflicted with a negative stat debuff, if you have debuffed the enemy, they will get their additional, meaning that they will stack twice in a row. Again, so you're looking at similar links here: Super Saiyan and Royal Lineage, as well as Shattering the Limit. That is three links. I don't know if Vegeta has this Saiyan lineage. I don't think he would, because he's Vegeta, right? There's no lineage with just Vegeta yet. So Super Saiyan Royal Lineage, I believe that Vegeta had. Shattering the Limit. Obviously, they will share. He's not on. Interesting. It's interesting they decided to leave him off. They decided to leave him off Vegeta family. This is rather strange. I guess it's a similar logic to why all Vegito and all Gojita units are not on Pure Saiyans along with Kefla. I still maintain that a Pure Saiyan plus a Pure Saiyan equals Pure Saiyan, similar to how Vegeta lineage plus Vegeta lineage equals Vegeta lineage. But, Dokkan moment. Anyways, that super attack effect, we didn't get to see the whole thing. Causes supreme damage to the enemy. I was hoping that it would lower defense or something. That way you could guarantee him always double supering, but, Super Saiyan 3 Gohanks. Now, I remember I thought this was Gotanks for a minute. I didn't realize it was Gohan. So they raise, you can see already, they raise attack and defense for a turn, causes supreme damage. Int type. So Super Int getting more fusion units. So, already jumping out at me is this guy, Gojita 4, the Super Gogeta 120 lead, right? So that's half a team right there already. You've got LR Super Vegito, the third year, granted, who's not that great anymore, but he can still perform decently, and he can perform actually pretty well in all but the hardest content in the game. Anyways, this video is 7.5 minutes already, and we haven't even gotten to the rest of the units. So Super Saiyan, Brainiacs. I mean, I guess because Gohan is in there. Fuse Fighter, of course, Shattering the Limit, Over the Flash, yes, Shocking Speed, and Cold Judgment, I like to see it. Fusion of Master and Disciple, so as it implies, it's like Trunks and Gohan. Instead of Gotanks, it is Gohanks. I hate that name, ew. 120% attack and defense at turn start, plus an additional 30% with each attack performed, caps at 120. I wonder if that's calculated separately. If that's multiplicative instead of additive, these guys might be dummy busted. They launch an additional super attack, and they do raise for a single turn. So they launch an additional super attack, so that is a double raise if there is another Dragon Ball Hero category ally in the same turn. So if you have two of these guys in the same turn, so let's for example, you have Gohanks and Vagex in the same turn, or if the enemy is debuffed. Now, I don't remember off the top of my head if any of those links have any negative stat effects, but assuming that the enemy can be sealed, Gohanks and Vagex might actually be quite the team, because Gohanks is going to be sealing, which will, I think, allow them both to double super. Or do they have to be sealed before the turn start before Gohanks can double super? Either way, there's going to be quite a powerful rotation that will guarantee at least Vagex getting an additional super, thereby raising his crit chance. Okay, my boy Goku Zeno. Ooh, look at the drip. This is why I love heroes, okay? So Goku is going to be basically the mirror to Vegeta, but obviously a Goku. So Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Experienced Fighters, Shattering the Limit, the Saiyan lineage, Patrol, and Paired for Battle. So same exact thing as Vegeta, except of course, again, Goku family support. But again, him being a Goku unit means he has better teams, because again, Goku's family, I think even with all the Trunks buffs, I think we can still say Goku family is better than Vegeta family. Turtle School still needs a bit more love. Roshi, being a Roshi actually kind of hurts the team, because imagine you stick Roshi on like a Kid Goku. Like, imagine you take that and make him a Kid Goku instead, or make him just a base form Goku, like the Saiyan Saga Goku we just got for version Z. Imagine that. Yeah, Pure Saiyans, Time Travelers, Goku Family, Kamehameha, of course, Turtle School, of course. Everything else is shared with Vegeta. Okay, here we go. This is what I was talking about. This is Gohanks, right? The Grim Reaper of Justice, as it were. So, did I see right? He's a Super AGL type. Super AGL buffs here. So a lot of fusions, but no Vegeta. Unfortunate. No Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan 4 Gojita either, as far as we know. Unless. Super Saiyan, Over in a Flash, The Innocence, Fuse Fighter, Shattering Limit, Striking Speed, Kamehameha. So again, he will link nicely with the other two Fusion units that we just saw. 120. So he's seems to be pretty much just a copy paste of Gohanks. I don't mind that at all. Obviously, very similar categories. He's Kamehameha. I think might be the only different category. And here's what I was mentioning: the two big ones here, obviously we do have another unit here, but the other big ones that I really wanted to take a look at is Pan. Pan. Okay. I heard Pan is busted, so let's see if that's true. So she's 150 to crossover, so she's a main lead, arguably, to the crossover team. And what else does she have here? Alright, so for you guys, it's been a couple of seconds, but for me, it's been like an hour because I had to step away and do something. So anyways, I'm pretty sure the last thing I said was somebody told me Pan is busted, and I was commenting on how she's a full lead for the crossover category. Okay, passive skill. Peppy Gal's getting yet another buff, by the way. Videl partner? Question mark. Well, we're about to find out. So, 140% attack and defense. Pretty nice. And then, of course, she supports the category with 3 key and additional 40% attack and defense. Okay, so we're up to 180, which seems to be largely the standard for these super good units these days. Like say, transforming Cooler, transforming Bojack, and Pan, who funnily enough is actually a an int unit and not an STR unit like those other guys. Would have been nice if she was a STR unit, just to keep the 180 STR theme. But anyways, high chance of performing a critical hit, of course. High chance of evading the enemy's attack, including the super attack. Okay, so 180, 40% support. High chance to crit, high chance of evasion, and then plus an additional 50% defense within the same turn with each attack evaded, including supers, and then an additional 50% attack and defense per Dragon Ball category ally attacking in the same. What the hell, bro? What? Yo, this is like a Videl tier moment where it's like, why they made her so insane? What the hell? Oh my god, bro, she's actually nutty. So the links are The Innocence, All in the Family, Saiyan Lineage, Battlefield Diva, Patrol, More Than Meets the Eye, and Fierce Battle. I mean, the links leave a little bit to be desired, but she's got a few hitters there. She's got, especially on these Dragon Ball Heroes teams, she's got Saiyan Lineage, she's got Patrol, she's got the Fierce Battle, right? And then you keep in mind that some of these other Heroes units are supporting as well, because she's on Goku's family, and it's like, what did they do? And then the main guy himself, Trunks, the guy on the thumbnail. I put Trunks on the thumbnail before I heard he was supposedly mid, and I want to see how true that is. So, he's a 170 to just the Dragon Ball Heroes category, 4 key though, which is quite nice. So, 30% per Dragon Ball Heroes category ally on the team, plus an additional 100%, and a high chance of performing a critical hit when performing a super attack. Okay. Then he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow when all attacking allies in the same turn are Dragon Ball Heroes category characters. Okay, so as people said, he is largely limited to Dragon Ball Heroes. Because yes, sure, his other categories do have a decent roster of Dragon Ball Heroes units, but at that point, if you're running all those Dragon Ball Heroes units, why not just run the Dragon Ball Heroes category? Like Vegeta family, like sure you could run him. You know, you could run the Vegeta. You know, um, you could run things like that. But if you're going to do that, you might as well just run Dragon Ball Heroes so you can get his full boost. So his links are Warrior Guards, Code Judgment. Trunks getting a lot of love lately, as you can see. First we have his LREZA. Then we have the AGL banner unit, the DFE unit rather. Then we have this guy. And then if you've been paying attention to Legends, we've actually revealed a Sword of Hope Trunks there. So yeah, Warrior Gods, Super Saiyan, of course, Cold Judgment, Patrol, as always, Prepare for Battle, Godly Power, and Fierce Battle. So he has a quite nice link set, as well as a quite nice selection of categories here, including Legendary Existence and Miraculous Awakening, which is something that I find interesting. So I think, and this is, even though this is not necessarily biased against Trunks, but I do think he's probably, in terms of what his categories needed per se, or what their respective categories needed, I would say Pan in this regard does more for her categories than what Trunks does for his. I'm just saying. Because Realm of Gods is so stacked. Hybrid Saiyans is pretty stacked. Veggie Fam is stacked in Battle of Wits, come on. STR Vegito. Defenders of Justice could work. Miraculous Awakening, maybe. Legendary Existence, maybe. Crossover, yeah, I can see it. Bond of Master and Disciple, they do need some help. Time Travelers, Time Travelers, I would rather they have a stronger extreme presence, but maybe. And Hybrid Saiyans, again, a little bit cracked. So I'm not saying, but again, Pan on the other hand, I mean, yeah, I'm not saying Goku's family is not cracked. And again, Hybrid Saiyans, I'm not saying that's not cracked. But Youth, Defenders of Justice, Dragon Ball Heroes, and again, Time Travelers, because she does support, the thing that helps her set up herself apart from the Trunks that she supports, Trunks does not. So even if Pan herself is not doing insane numbers, she is supporting everyone else. Trunks is relying on everyone else, which I suppose would make sense given the context of his character, but oh boy. So the Dark King Mechikabura? How the hell? Mechikabura? I don't know. Power of Time Unleashed. Now, this is one of those edgy Dragon Ball OCs from 2008 that is actually made it into official media. So he leads the crossover category with, it seems he's going to be the Sealess of this celebration. You remember Sealess from a few years back. Actually, quite a nice unit. Can't wait for his EZA. That'll be nutty. So, his crossover category, 3 key 130. Bodies that absorb space and time. Oh, Dokkan scaling? 5D character cards? 150 plus an additional 80% when performing a super, which is pretty good, plus an additional 20% per key sphere obtained. Ooh, I like that. Plus an additional 80% with 2 or more AGL key spheres obtained. So, like I say, you throw, who's the extreme AGL support again? Is it Rildo? Is it Meta Rildo? I think they'll share like 2 links. But you throw that guy on there. Do they share any category? They might not share any categories. They might share one. But you throw him on there. Ooh, nutty. Plus an additional 80% if you have 2 or more strength or physical key spheres, and then you get an additional 80% defense if there's tech or in key spheres, and then on top of that you recover 8% HP per reborn key sphere obtained. Extreme AGL unit. Extreme AGL is definitely one of those types that needed a bit more love. RIP Eller Nappa. RIP Super 17. His links are Fear and Faith, Revival, Brainiacs, Master of Magic, Godly Power, the Omnipresent Big Bad Bosses, and Shattering the Limit. Storied Figures is jumping out at me. I hate that name. I hate it. I hate it so much. Yeah, him being on Terrifying Conquerors means that Turles moment, he'll be supported by Turles, he'll be supported by Cooler, He'll be. Will he be supported by Bojack? Can't remember what Bojack. No, Bojack supports. What do you call it? The guys that travel space. I forget what they call it. Yeah. So, is it a hot take for me to say he looks better than Trunks as well? Like, is Trunks low key like the worst unit here? Now, again, we've got a bunch of EZAs that I'll be covering in the next video, but is Trunks low key the worst unit here? Like, sure, technically he's probably better than than like these units here. He's probably better than these guys technically, but like as far as what they contribute, is he the worst unit here? I don't know. That's something to sit on. I wouldn't say he's bad again. I don't want to be baiting like that. He's not a garbage unit, but I'm just thinking, is he the worst unit here? Anyways, that's gonna do it for us this time. Again, I'm going to stop here. Probably record the next video of looking at all the awakening units. Usually I like to go in depth and take a look at link skills and all that stuff. But this video is already over 20 minutes long, and there's not too much here, and I've already analyzed a decent amount. So obviously the Goku and the Vegeta are gonna link well together. The Gotenks, or not Gotankses, Gohanks. Oh my god, that name. Gohanks and Gotenks are going to be definitely linking buddies. Pan you can kind of stick anywhere, funnily enough. Vagex probably gonna be the most forgettable unit. When this celebration is all said and done. Again, even with these Vegeta and Goku, I remember these guys support, right? So they support, a support unit, especially with something like 40%. You can kind of stick those guys anywhere on their Vegeta family teams. So, and they will do well. So yeah, that's going to do it for us this time. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a dislike if you didn't enjoy the video, or maybe you didn't learn anything. My name is Luna, also known as Luna the Programmer. And Among Us, I will catch you guys in that next one, which should be pretty soon. Bye.